Pet Sematary. I haven't seen the original and I haven't read the book, so I'm very new to the whole concept. I've heard it go both ways, where some people say the original is really good and some people say it's terrible. That seems to be the stance for most Stephen King movies that have ever been made, besides The Shining and the new 2017 It. So then we got this new one, which seemed to be, I guess, a darker, more serious take on the idea of Pet Sematary. Idea that's already pretty silly. I feel like the original movie has to be pretty silly, given that it was 1989. It's a Stephen King adaptation. They were all pretty silly, so I'm expecting that. But who knows? Maybe it's just about as serious as this movie, because I feel like that's what this movie's problem is that it is a little too serious. It is trying to be like the 2017 It, where even that movie, I thought at times they were taking the concept a little too serious, but they had at least really charismatic and caring characters for us to take it more seriously and to enjoy it more and let the silly clown moments not overshadow the entire movie and to actually be scary at times. But here, once again, it's like with It, I didn't think clowns are scary. Well, here, I don't think cats are scary. I don't think evil cats are scary. So how do I sit through a movie that's going to be about basically an evil cat? Well, it's not. There is a bigger concept going on about what's really terrifying in the area. But even that kind of, for me, lands with a dull note. I'm really not into this concept of them climbing up this hill and burying bodies to then be resurrected. It's not really delved into too much. We have the character next door played by John Lithgow, which I enjoyed him in this movie because he's someone that when he plays an old man, you don't really know if he's going to be the good guy or the bad guy, and I like what they do with his character, given that I haven't read the book or seen the original. I like this main family. I like Jason Clarke. Jason Clarke always gives a really good performance, and I wonder how much of the text affects what the movie's going to do, because there's connections made that just don't really add up to me. It's like the mother. She has a sister who died many years before, and it haunts her to this day. It doesn't really feel like that plays out to its full potential. This movie has a huge concept about death, how to grieve with it, what happens after you die, what it means to experience something like death. That's another concept that I don't really feel like they have enough answers or they really delve into it enough. There doesn't seem to be an overall idea of what this concept really is about. If you get down to the bare bones of it, I guess it's a movie about simple resurrections, which, that's the thing. The third act is really good. Once the family does a resurrection of a human character, it starts to get more interesting. I also like, even though the movie was pretty abrupt with its ending, I really like what they did with the finale. I thought it was a little unexpected. I haven't seen the original or read the book, but I think if I would have read that or saw the original movie, it still would have surprised me. And here, I think it still works effectively. But the movie really is a slow burn. You just really don't care about this family or what's going on. And there is a whole lot of jump scares that I don't think work. I mean, we've seen jump scares before, and they don't really do anything new here with them. You don't really see anything done with this concept that hasn't been done before. We've seen resurrections like this. I guess the only thing that really is compelling about it is Jason Clarke going to the darkest of lengths to bring back his daughter. But I don't know, even then, it's like, I've seen that before. I've seen grieving parents done way better before. It just seems to be a whole batch of ideas that you've seen elsewhere that have been done better. I love Stephen King. I love Stephen King adaptations. I'm fighting to see them all. This doesn't seem to be one that was too invigorating, but the thing that really kept it alive for me was the overall cinematography, which I thought was good looking. It seemed to be taking a lot of notes from It, and I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the cast, John Lithgow. It was really entertaining. I really like the third act, which kind of saves the entire movie for me. And, you know, even though it's a bit of a slow burn, it's not really that long of a movie, so you don't really feel the length of it. Once it ends, I'm like, oh, it is over. I was kind of happy about that. It doesn't drag on, which I really appreciated, that the movie knew when to end. It knew where to end ideas, and even though some of the ideas didn't play out too well, it's not like they are forced upon you. They are brought up. I'm disappointed that they're not expanded upon, but it's not like the whole movie relies on these ideas either. So with that, it's a very general horror movie. I mean, we've seen stuff like this before, but some people will find it entertaining, I'm sure. I'm sure some people who have read the book will find it to be a better adaptation than the original movie, but hey, I've heard it go both ways. Was this movie necessary? I don't know. We're getting a lot of Stephen King adaptations, and we're sure to see a lot of redos of the past adaptations that were done in the 80s, especially the direct-to-video and direct-to-TV adaptations. In this case, I would say give it a pass unless you're really not interested in any of the other movies that are out right now. If you want to just see an okay horror movie, and if you're into jump scares, this will work for you. For me, I would say 2.5 out of 5 stars. Very down the middle. What do you think of Pet Sematary, and how do you think it compares to the original? Do you think it's worth seeing the original? Thanks for watching, guys.